Hey everyone, so I'm Trevor and I'm an INFJ and welcome to my channel. I'm in my kitchen right now because I'm gonna make potatoes after this video, but I wanted to talk about this important concept that I kind of found found it interesting because it's also very important, with how our functions are stacked. So with SE in the inferior or the fourth slot in the INFJ, or me and other INFJs, and the INTs have this to an extent too. We get stressed out by the environment, by things that happen, by life in general. We get stressed out by things out of our control as well because we don't know how to respond to the environment well. But on the flip side, if we subconsciously just kind of don't think about the environment, we end up walking through with ease. We end up actually getting away with not bumping into things, with not messing up, with not, when you don't stress out about things, it ends up not worrying you, obviously. But we, or I guess INFJs, in terms of an INT, I tend to overthink things a lot. I mean, I think ISTPs do this as well, to a vast degree as well. But I think that ISTPs are more kind of, what could go wrong in the current like mode of thinking that I see in my current environment, and INFJs are probably more capable or more overthinking in the sense of what could go wrong in the future. Like if I choose this path, what will go wrong? This is my favorite thing to bring up ever. Like not bring up I just kind of go into it on default mode. Like I'll just jump into it and I'll be like, okay, what could go wrong if I choose to do biotechnology? What could go wrong if I choose to do a music career? What could go wrong if I choose to do this? And it's not even that I feel like it's any because any is divergent, and I really do tend to think that INFJs to overthink about the future in terms of what can go wrong, because we tend to try and plan things out and try to mitigate all these things that could go wrong with people, with ourselves sometimes too. And then we get into this whole, if we don't use FE, if we don't use FE and SE, we end up getting into this NRTI loop, which is really not helpful, I mean, it's helpful, but it's not, but it can be detrimental over time, and we need to use SE or FE to kind of get out of that loop. Now, no one really thinks of SE because most of the time it causes stress and pain, and it doesn't really help us INFJs. And it may help the ISTP because it might help break them out of their environmental kind of lockdown. But but that's in and of itself a different. I mean, they could also use FE in and of itself because they don't like to use it often. But I mean, they use it often, but they're not consciously, I guess. In terms of them using SE and FE, they would probably be able to break free of their TINI loop by going out with people and, just experiencing things. They're not trying to think about things, which is hard for introverted people, mentally with introverted their functions being the first and the third, and the most preferred functions. It's very difficult for them to break out of that loop, and for us too as well. I mean, for any introverted function loop or even extroverted, but again, extroverted has its benefits because you can kind of see that on the outside versus the introverts, which have it on the inside. So, in essence, our extroverted functions help us break out of these introverted loops, right? And SE is never thought about as important enough to break through these loops, right? because it's so low or it's in the inferior slot. So there's no point in using it because it's just going to cause us stress and pain and annoyance. But no, it's not. Just because yeah, it might cause you stress and pain. If you're trying to plan a flight to Hawaii and you need to pack a trip, you need to pack a bag, right? And you need to plan for the ride there and the ride to the airport and the ride to the hotel and the time commitment and the time to check in and then all the other stuff that's crazy and just super busy, right? If you try and worry about it all at once, it's just gonna overwhelm you, right? It's just gonna, you need to do it in the moment. If you do it subconsciously, it's not gonna worry you as much. This is so true about other things as well with the environment, the external environment. With external environment for the INFJs and the INTJs, I think with SE, some being subconscious, we have to kind of use it. Occasionally, we have to use it. I feel like we have to use it a lot to keep us sane and not breaking into the MITR loop. But we have to time manage it a little bit. We have to keep it a little on lockdown. We can't let it get out of control, because if we do, we might end up hurting ourselves or others, which is never fun. So, how can we do this? Well, recently, a lot of the reasons why I'm making this video is that I had ended up, I've realized that as I got older, I've been using SE a little bit more, and I've been using it a little more for the better. Like, I've been learning to play guitar by myself, and I'm not saying that I'm not trying to be like, oh, well, it's good, I'm gonna be the best guitar player. I'm just going to play it by myself. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna learn it and just learn as much as I can by myself. And if I need help, I'll eventually get lessons. If I need help in the future, that's okay. Before, when I was like younger, I didn't want to do vocal lessons because I figured, I just want to learn naturally. I want to be a natural singer. I want to just learn it by myself, and that is not gonna happen. Yeah. So you need to be okay with things in the environment, in the external environment. You need to be okay with just kind of like taking it slow, but not too slow. You want to do a fast pace, but in slow chunks. So in reality, if you're trying to learn guitar, play it in like 15 to 30-minute increments, maybe a few times a day, and don't try and say like, I'm gonna play from X time to X time the next day. I've learned that with inferior SE, that you have to, or at least I have to, kind of not plan for that. I have to wake up and have to be like, okay, well, what has to be done today? Usually on like a Sunday or Monday, I'll kind of look at my week if I'm in school, and I'll be like, okay, well, what has to be done this week that needs to be done? What has to be done next week in the case of the test, Like what day, what should I start studying this week for the test? All that stuff, right? This is important stuff to know because that will dictate my week. But do I need to know exactly what I'm studying for the test on each day? No, I don't. I need to jump in and be like, okay, I need to learn all this stuff for the test. I'll learn, I'll go through as much as I can on this stuff. And then some stuff might be easier to learn, some stuff might be harder to learn. That's the thing with guitar. Like, I'll go in and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to play 15. I don't dictate how much time I'm going to play, actually. It's not important to dictate how much time you played. At least now I don't. Before, in the beginning, I did. Like a month and a half ago, I did probably. And now I can play. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just play for a little bit. And I usually play for like 15 minutes to a half hour each time. And now I'm actually trying to vocally chart some vowel modifications, which is great for singing. I love it. And it's really stressful because it's new and it's just hard to kind of pick out what vowels to modify, and it's a little bit of a pain, but it's also a good process because I'm learning to kind of think about subconsciously now, and I'm kind of like it's thinking, and I'm able to kind of like do it without thinking about it anymore. Look at the lyrics and I'm like, okay, this is what happened. Like just like how I'll play the guitar now, and I'll know, but I know a bunch of chords. I know, and I'll know a bunch of songs. I'll have a bunch of like chords, like sheet music, on in front of me, and I will play. And I'll just kind of like zone out, and I'll just kind of like switch between chords, and it just happens. And I can attribute that to just spacing out and learning the guitar, learning the formations, and just kind of practicing over time. And it really has been helpful. Um, Another thing that's been helpful is video games. So I've always been a fan of video games, just like I've always been a fan of music and singing, and yeah. So video games are important, but they're also can be they also can be a little bit iffy sometimes. Um, yeah. So my favorite game is Kingdom Hearts. That's my favorite game series I think of all time. I mean, Dark Souls up there too, but Kingdom Hearts is probably my favorite story-based game I think. And yeah, it just it really kind of like all the abstractness and all the metaphors. I loved all. I fell in love with it, and I just kind of understood a lot of the stuff growing up, and it was really awesome. I loved it a lot. Um, so I learned that I've had to almost limit my time playing that. I can't, even though I love the game, I can't play it for 3 hours in a row. Even though I want to play it for 3 hours in a row. Unless I haven't played it in a while, unless I'm stressed out, I can't play it for 3 hours in a row. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'll take breaks, I'll go play guitar, I'll go sing, I'll go do more vocal modification. I'm like tilting my camera up and that way. But anyways, another game that I have come to enjoy lately are the shooter games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and um, I mean I played COD for a little bit, but it wasn't like I was any good at it back then. And that's the thing is like I learned that when you subconsciously kind of zone out and when you just kind of like experience it, you're like, okay, I'll just kind of try it. You kind of learn to get better at the rhythm of the game, learn to get better at shooting people and things and objects, and you learn to kind of get better at hiding and when to move and when to not move. And it's really important in those kind of games, which is awesome. Just like how when playing guitar, it's important to know where your fingers are on the fretboard and to be able to form different formations in a time frame. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there. I was gonna bring one more thing with Kingdom Hearts, but I'll bring that up in a different video actually, I think. But it was great to make this video. I hope that someone found this important to them. But until next time, I will see you guys in the future. And if you like the information, like the video, I should say, probably. Yeah. So I'll see you guys in the future video. Bye.